So before I talk about MK, this was my physique after taking it for 12 weeks. As you can see, I'm holding a bunch of water, but I'm also full as a house. So it's a good and bad thing. It depends, I guess, what you want to go for. But this was me after the 12 weeks. I was like around 240. It really allowed me to eat and just be as full as a house. My lifts were good. I was strong. And yeah, pretty good.
This thing made me eat 2 boxes of cereal every morning. And I don't even like breakfast. So be careful. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I hit the spot. Some Diet Coke in the morning. Diet Sam's Cola, by the way, because we're on a budget. But today we're talking about MK. It's probably the most asked about peptide in my DMs. MK. Is it worth it? Well, kinda. Let me explain. So MK-677, there's a lot of myths behind it, like, is it going to make my bones grow? Is it going to make me taller? This and that? No, it's not going to make you grow, especially if you're in your 20s. Sure, if you take it as a baby, I haven't done enough research to know that, but probably not. It's not going to make you grow. Grow more muscle? Potentially. We'll get into that. So what is MK? Of course, do your research. This is not medical advice. Do all your research before this, but the most asked peptide that has ever been brought to my DMs, and it's like there's a new fluctuation of it being talked about in the industry. I definitely think it has a place. Is it for everyone? No, but it definitely does work. So hopefully you can see my trusty whiteboard here. But yeah, basically it's going to release growth hormone leading to IGF levels. It is going to promote some muscle growth, especially recovery, which means you can train harder and longer in the gym. Of course, and some of the benefits, improved recovery. As I just talked about, improved recovery. If you're recovering faster from your workouts, you're going to be able to train more often, leading to more muscle growth. So it's a correlation causation effect, essentially. And this is the biggest one, is the sleep. I'll get to the timing later, but the sleep it provides is amazing. It puts you in this deep sleep, which is amazing for growth. That is another correlation to muscle growth is good quality sleep. I think a lot of people overlook sleep. Sleep is very important when it comes to growth. That's when you are growing, when you're sleeping. But yeah, those are the main 2 benefits, recovery, sleep, and then some of the side effects you might see as a benefit, but it just depends. I'll get into it. Side effects, increased appetite, just what I was talking about. So if you have a hard time eating like me, increased appetite could lead to you hitting your protein goal and your calorie goal. So that could lead to muscle growth, or it can lead you to being a fat ass. So it is up to you to make sure that you're not overeating. So if you do find yourself overeating on MK, take it before bed so you do not get that spike in ghrelin, so you do not eat more and overeat. So take it before bed, get that nice quality sleep, and you'll sleep through the hunger spikes. But if you have a hard time eating, try to take it in the morning. But I recommend taking before bed unless you are skinny and have a hard time eating. But yeah, it will make you hungry. I promise you, if it's real, I'll leave the link below of where I get it from. If it's real, it will freaking make you eat like a monster. And then the other side effect is insulin resistance. You don't want your insulin resistance to be out of whack, of course. So as we go down here, basically check your glucose in the morning. You can buy a glucose tester at Walmart and almost Amazon, very cheap. Test your glucose in the morning. Make sure it's in range. Make sure it's not affecting that. But that's just something little. You probably will not run into that problem. Only taking 10 mgs in the morning or at night, wherever you prefer. But 10 mgs to 20 mgs max. We'll get into that later. But that's just something to watch out for, is your insulin resistance. And then water retention. A lot of people will ask me about, is it going to make me hold a lot of water? Yes, but also it's going to make you eat. And the more you eat, the more sodium, the more carbohydrates is also going to make you hold water. So it does play a role in that too. So make sure you're eating quality foods, of course, but it will make you hold water. But of course, you should be doing your cardio, as Sam Sulek would say. So do your cardio, and you might not have to worry about the added water retention. And the dosings, I tell everyone 10 mgs, and if you don't feel it, it's probably fake. But 10 mgs, 20 mgs, no more than that. I think that the 10 mgs is a sweet spot, and cycles should not last longer than 16 weeks. No need to. I think after the 12 to 16 week mark, you are going to see insulin resistance. So 10 to 12 weeks max, that's all you need, and I promise you'll see results from it, unless it's fake, of course. But yeah, if you do want to run it for longer, you could increase it to 12 to 20 mgs, but I don't think you'll need to unless somehow you don't react to it very well. And then some other side notes, I would only use it during bulk, just because of how hungry it makes you. Yeah, you can take it before bed and sleep through that, but not always. Sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night and you'll eat your entire cabinet. And I'm not joking. This thing made me eat 2 boxes of cereal every morning. And I don't even like breakfast. So be careful. So take it before bed. Use it during a bulk. Definitely don't try to use it on a cut. It is not going to work unless you're immune to this ghrelin signal receptor, but you're probably not, because we're all human. It's going to make you freaking eat a shit ton. And then I give it an 8 out of 10 rating because how effective it is. It works. I've used it 3 different times. The most notable time is when I went from I think I was like 223, and I bulked up to 245-ish. I'll put a picture somewhere. But yeah, I used it during the bulk for 10 weeks. I gained pretty quality mass. It wasn't just water. Of course, some of it was water, of course. You can't gain that much muscle in that short period of time. But it was quality muscle. I felt good. And with the water retention also, it can also help lubricate your joints. So if you're having some trouble in the gym with your elbows, knees, shoulder blades even, it can help. But obviously don't use it for joint health. But it can obviously help. And then, yeah, 8 out of 10 rating I think is a perfect score. 10 out of 10, no, just because how hungry it does make you. And like I said, you can sleep through it, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes you'll wake up and eat your grandma's leftovers and she'll kick you out of the house. So that's my analysis on MK-677 so far. 3 cycles in. Am I going to take it next bulk? Probably. Am I taking it now? No, because I am not bulking. But if I was to bulk, this is what I'd recommend to start with, of course. There's other things that you can use. But yeah, MK-677 seems like the starter peptide, and I think it's a great place for everyone to start because it is not a poor hormone. It is not going to mess with your hormone levels. Of course, do your research, but MK-677, I'll leave the link below to where someone can get real MK-677 because I don't want you guys taking fake shit. But yeah, definitely works. I like it, and I recommend it. And I'm going to go over a bunch of other peptides, and if I don't like them and had bad experiences, which I have, I'll tell you. I'll tell you all the negative side effects, which the side effects of this aren't really that bad because how safe it is definitely on the safer side. But of course, there's side effects to every benefit, of course. There's no such thing as a magic drug. Besides pre-workout. Pre-workout, caffeine, I will take every day of my life. I don't care what harms me. But yeah. Bulking, 8 out of 10. Cutting, I'd have to give it like a 6 out of 10. But if you're bulking, this is the thing for you.